Liminal spaces. They are something. I invite you to just come here and just take a look at these pictures and just look at them. Observe them. What do you feel? Some might say they get an odd feeling. Some might even be a bit creeped out. Some, like in my case, feel nostalgic. Well, whatever it is what you're feeling, there's always just that one odd feeling with it. Just, you can't really put your finger on it, but just, it's that feeling. That liminal feeling, because yes, these are liminal spaces. Now I know there's always going to be discussions about, you know, what an actual liminal space is. People will always fight about it. Technically, a liminal space is a space in between two checkpoints. You have point A, you have point B, and the road in the middle is the liminal space. It's a transitional space. Usually it's gas stations, hotels, hallways, etc. Now, I don't entirely agree with the definition of a liminal space being always a transitional space. Because, as you saw in the beginning of the video, there are some places that are not transitional, but that can still be liminal. For example, schools, entertainment and like fun parks, just generally weird buildings that just seem out of place but yet familiar. Or houses, or gardens, or any of these pictures that they still have that feeling. If I say that feeling, all of you know what it means. It's that feeling that is so close, yet so far away. It's really familiar, yet really odd. So I'm just putting that out there. In my opinion, all pictures that just have that feeling, they are liminal spaces, okay? Don't go out in the comments and fight about, oh yeah, but actually, no. Now with that out of the way, you might be asking yourself, why are we here today? We are here today because I have found something special. Through extensive research and own experience, I have discovered a groundbreaking thing in the liminal space community. Now I know not all of you are ready to hear this. Many of you will probably disagree, but I have found something special. All of the best liminal space pictures we have something in common. And it's that you don't find those liminal spaces. They find you. I know. Hold on. Wait, hear me out. Think about it. All the best places, the liminal spaces you find, are random. You don't find it. They happen to find you. The liminal space gods happen to bless you with that find. Take, for example, hands down, the best liminal space photographer, expert, cheese lord, our Lord and Savior, Alfa. In his liminal space video, he took hundreds and hundreds of pictures of liminal spaces that he tried to find. That was the whole objective. He wanted to become a liminal space photographer. And the best ones he found, even by his own opinion and definition, were the ones he found randomly. Like the one in the hotel. He randomly had to go to his grandma on the trip. Well, you know, randomly. The thing is, it was something outside of the whole project. He just happened to go on the trip. And as he happened to go there, he stumbled upon that hotel where he found those really nice liminal spaces. If not for that random trip, he would not have gotten that picture. You see now? Now you might be saying, well, what does this guy know? You don't have any liminal space pictures. What are you talking about? Oh, really? Then what is it? And what is this? And that? And all of these? Yes, my children, it is all coming together full circle. I have unintentionally became a liminal space photographer. Yes, oh. You can't take anything serious anymore after that voice crack. Jesus Christ. Now, I thought it would be fun to take a look at all the liminal spaces I have photographed so far, and maybe make a little tier list, and then I can tell the story of how I found it, and how I unintentionally became the best liminal space photographer. Shut up, bitch! Alright, we are back, and I have found pretty much all of my best liminal space photographs. Now, some are better than others, I must admit. Some are pretty... but still, doesn't matter. For our first picture, let's start off pretty strong. This one. Are all the memories coming back of you as a little kid, you know, playing in that playground with all your friends? Happier times? Yeah, me too. Now, the story behind this one is, as I said, completely random. Now, believe it or not, I found this gem of a liminal space in some random flower garden warehouse thing in the middle of nowhere. It was literally like this whole big warehouse garden thing in the middle of nowhere, like a huge plot of land, and it was like flowers and decorations, and like because it's so big, it had a little section for playground for kids that if parents would go to shop, they could, you know, chill here and just look at this. Just the odd placement of everything, like the artificial lighting, like the paint of the walls to make it seem like a happy place, but without any life. It's just there. So in my opinion, we are starting off pretty damn strong. It is not the best liminal space I've ever seen, I admit, but it is up there, so I'm gonna do it A tier. Now, keeping in theme with the playgrounds, I have some kind of liminal gift of playgrounds because I have another one. This one right here. Now, holy shit. Now that I look at this could actually be just a backrooms level. It almost reminds me of Funhouse or Fun Level Fun or whatever. Where I found this also, again, totally random. I was in like this little mall thing. That's one common thing in many liminal spaces. Many good liminal spaces are malls. And you know, it proves that because look at this. I was just randomly at this like little local mall that I like to go to, but it has like 3 stories. And I was like, I'm gonna go to the 3rd story, see what's up there. And up there it's just abandoned with this playground. It's so odd to see, like, look at the run over little stool, like the half-built little Lego thing. Everything has just been left there just to be liminal. But yes, I did look probably very creepy, me, a 20-year-old guy, making pictures of that. So, you know, things you gotta do to make liminal pictures. Now, this one, I can't decide. It's not as good as the first one for some reason, just the vibe. But now that I've taken a better look at it, got the backrooms lore into it, I'm gonna do it A tier as well. Now, keeping in theme again, I have a 3rd playground one. Now, this one is nearly not as good as the other 2, but it's still a photo. This one right here. Now, this one is just weird, as you can see. Like, something's out of place. The whole architecture doesn't make sense, like this huge hole in the middle. What kind of playground even is this? What is all that? Is fun? But yeah, actually how I made this also completely random. I was just working. I worked at Dunkin' and I had the closing shift, so I had to wait until the mall actually closed and people got out of it, so then I could close, if that makes sense. And then, like, as I was working, because I was not even paying attention to anything, I just wanted to get my shift done and leave. But as like all these people left, I just looked around me. I was like, damn. And I saw that playground like literally 5 feet across from me. That's why the picture is so zoomed in. And it's just, I don't know, it's such an oddly shaped playground. It's not even, it just looks depressing. Nah, but I actually look at it, it's actually a pretty good picture, because when I snap them, I just, oh, liminal picture, and then I just go about my day and forget about it. Because again, I don't look for these spaces find me. Now that I'm actually, you know, taking a look at these pictures like in detail, they become better than what I actually originally anticipated. Now this one, I mean, it is subjective. The more you look at it, it is better, but I'm gonna do it in C tier. It's just odd, but it's not, it's just, you know, it's not very liminal, you know what I mean? Okay, moving on though, this is probably my first liminal picture that I have taken. This one right here. Just take a moment and just look at it. Now you might be wondering, Misty, how in the liminal space have you found that? Now, well, my friends, keeping in theme with what I'm trying to say, completely random. I was at a trampoline park. Yes, I'm that kid that likes to go to trampoline parks and do backflips and front flips and all that kicks and accidentally high kick all the kids. What? So I was at the trampoline park and I still remember this as if it was yesterday. I was walking, it was like this little corridor, and then you had to walk there, and then to the left was the actual park. And then to the right was like these little, as you can see, these storage units, or like these areas, which once were apparently used to do these inflatable things that kids used to play on, like this little terrace. But for some reason it got closed down, and it was like kind of, they didn't want you to really see it. You actually had to like go right and then look. So I remember I was like walking towards it, and like as I was turning to the left to go to the park, I was like, what? There's something wrong. I'm being called. Something is pulling me. and I took that picture. But damn, just the sheer memories you can just have of looking at this, but damn, it's just sad to see, like, as a common theme with all these pictures is, like, once that bouncy castle was inflated and kids were having fun on it and parents were sitting on the benches, once it was a better time, but now it's just, you know, just odd seeing it. Now, again, it's not the best liminal space I've ever seen, but for me, in my personal experience, because it's the first actual liminal space I've made and the start of my journey, it's not, I have to put it in S tier, you know. It should A or S, I don't know. I'll put it in S tier just to put something there, but it's wow. Now, next couple ones are actually ones that I've taken together, so I will just quickly run through them, because if I'm looking at them now, especially compared to the other ones, they're not that good. We got this one right here, that one, and this one. Oh no, actually, this one also belongs to it, so it's 4. Alright, so hey, Misty from the future here. As I'm editing this, I see that I'm talking about these places for way too long, and I really don't want to bore you guys. I'm talking about these places for like 10 minutes where I found each and every individual one, and basically it was just all at this same vacation park. I was on vacation with a couple of friends, and in the night we went walking and I found those places, so wow. As I even said a second ago, like, these photos aren't even that good to begin with. I mean, they are kind of liminal at some places, but it's not, I like, we do not care. You guys don't want to sit through all this. So let's just skip to the ranking part on these ones. So I'm gonna do these two in, I'll put this one in C and then this one in D, because, I mean, they're good, but, you know, it's just pictures. And then these ones, Alright, so we're almost there. These ones are actually quite special because these are my most recent ones. This one right here and this one. It is indeed the same place, just a little bit shifted to the left because the area was kind of big, but they do make, you know, a new picture if you look at one or the other. Now, fun fact, this was actually taken at the same mall as the one where the funhouse thing on the 3rd story was. So coincidentally, I just live by a local liminal mall. What even was this supposed to be? I'm guessing it was some kind of restaurant. Like, it does not make sense. Like, 2 floors, a random check-in, like, little thing with, like, an out-of-place, like, nice-looking couch. Everything just kind of seems out of place, and I don't know what it was. I guess it was just kind of old-fashioned restaurant. But when I saw it, I was like, Now, they are pretty good. Now, of course, it is subjective. Now, if I will have to choose, I would say this one is A tier. It's a bit better because you kind of see a bit more. It's more odd. But then this one, I'll do it in C tier. It's still a good one, but it's not great, you know? But it is something. But there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. All my best liminal photos taken so far. So as you can see, this is irrefutable evidence that liminal spaces, you don't find them, but when the time is right and the gods are ready to bless you, then they find you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I unintentionally became a liminal space photographer. Now don't worry, I will keep making them when the time is right and the gods bless me again. But when will that be? Only the gods and time will tell. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.